Wheeling, dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hottest provider, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blow. Infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Chill, right on the side of the eagle comes. A funky child with some wood on my tongue. Be like in, take a breath in my mouth, blue. So while I get up, spit a dream of juice. Happy rebel, rebel out, dark hallway. This way, this the main day.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Set.
Right to the air is Herbert. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Set. Go.
Herbert with a blitz coming. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. Cap. Baylor Tiger.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
380. Good hot. Delta, hot. Set.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Set.
Play action now for Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Check. Hey, go lion. Set.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Chargers.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Now an inside give to Hampton. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll toss it to Hampton. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, gotta reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. They'll air it out on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No look on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Dicker connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. Down to the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set. Copy. Set.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Raiders defense goes into the dime for 3rd down.
Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. To the left side, and Johnston has it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. That's taken in by Tucker. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're set up with it after the pick to end the 1st. Here's Hampton to open the drive. Very small gain, if anything, here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Herbert from the gun. Ball is out. Davis lost it. And the Raiders get to it. And they can't add anything after that recovery. Partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Giving this to Genty. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, get set.
Back to Genty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Third down, they need 7.
Roll, get set.
Throw here, third down. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Yeah, ready. 20 TX.
From the red zone on first. Got a man, it's Mayer. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow their lead on the turnover. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Home trips right. Ready.
They snap it to Herbert. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Tried getting that one to Jack Bash. And it sets up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Good. Ready, 2, out.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. It's a screen play to Genty. Has a lane inside the 25. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5.
Go ahead.
Here's Genty. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 18. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set.
Herbert now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge, but offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Here's Herbert. Drops this one off to Harris. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Lion. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Play action now for Herbert. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Speed. Grenading. Grenade. Ready.
Draw play here. Hampton. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards follow.
And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Set.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Right here. Ready?
Blitz coming, Tua. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Ready, Chief. Wait.
Tua now from the gun. Has a man on target to Thornton. And that is a touchdown! The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
Las Vegas.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
One after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders push their lead to 18.
Chargers 10.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set.
Harris gets it on the draw. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
That's caught for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Set. Set.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That's Harris on the right side. And on 1st down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen, the play goes nowhere.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Set. What are they on?
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has it at the 7. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Set. Set.
Working inside the red zone. On the screen, this is Harris.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. It's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
One last play before the break.
Set. 380. Run. Ready.
Harris. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
First play is going to be a give to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Ready.
Tagovailoa now against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down.
Good.
And off to Genty. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Anything I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Okay. He's right.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. Cut near the goal line. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Genty. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Tagovailoa keeping it on the sneak. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
They're right here.
He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set.
Running it with Hampton. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive in the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Set. Go.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. Stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Hampton, right side. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate. There's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's now
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. On to the left side, and Johnston has it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. Anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, these are welcome bonus yards.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Hey, get set. Get on.
Straight ahead with Genty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
They got some positive yards, so that's a good thing. But too many plays like that just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, gets the better defenses in this league.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on, Ready, crouch.
Now 1st run of the game, Zamir White. No one's around him, he's got space. The 40! Hits the 20! He does it! Touchdown! The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
Hey, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Ready.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready.
Again, it's Hampton. And this is headed the wrong way. We're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Chargers who have it to start the 4th quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. They'll air it out on 3rd. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Got to give to Jensen. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Ready. Get him. Ready, team.
Running on 2nd with White. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
The tackle by Derwin James. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready, shot.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. It actually loses yards.
At their own 5-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Herbert from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, go. 380. Run. Home to troops right. Ready.
Herbert to throw once more. him downfield. This is Harris. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out.
28 more yards.
A 28-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First and 10
Fresh set
at
of
the
downs now from the
39-yard
39.
line. Set. Go.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He's going to be caught by his running back, Harris. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Second and 3 now. They give to Harris from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Yeah, that call you had ready though, you could recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Now Herbert to throw. Setting up the running back screen. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. Najee Harris, the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will trail by 25.
22. Chargers 17.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Well, the Chargers are going. They're excited. And yes, they've got it. All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was two things, Kate. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road in a game where you're going to really need it, that gives you the confidence that you can get it done.
First and 10, here's Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Will McConkey with a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Raiders 42. Chargers 20.
Don't look up the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Right, trying this straight ahead. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know can set the table for more.
It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Raiders very close to an 11th win this season.
Go ahead.
White on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards for him there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He's keeping it, gotta get it forward. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. It's a designed run for him. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
Poses.